Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be talking about being overwhelmed and how it causes brain fog and how it can make your brain fog worse. Before I start this video, if you guys can please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. That way these videos get to the people who need them. Alright guys, let's get into the video. Being overwhelmed, what does that mean? It means you feel like the load that you have is more than you can carry. That the weight on your shoulders is too much to keep moving on. This can happen from the smallest thing. You could be typing up an email and you can have your mom or friend talking to you, asking you a question, and you just feel like, oh, your mind's gonna shut down, like it's too much. You can't handle that. You could be at work and your boss gives you 6 or 7 tasks to do and you look at the clock and you feel like there's no way I'm gonna finish this in time. You could have this mental to-do list of all these things you got to get done, and you know you got to get done, and it just feels too much. Like you feel like you might as well not do it at all because there's no way you're going to get it done. Being overwhelmed is one of the biggest triggers for brain fog, but it's also what makes your brain fog worse. You can take your regular brain fog that you're feeling right now that still allows you to somewhat function. When you're overwhelmed, you're in shutdown mode. So being overwhelmed is something that I noticed would happen to me a lot. And at first I was kind of embarrassed. I'm like, well, lots of other people multitask. I see all this hustle culture, this Gary Vee culture. Everybody's doing multiple things. Why can't I be like that? But you know what? What's for me is for me, and what's for them is for them. And being overwhelmed like that when it's unnecessary is not for me. There's a couple books that I read that really helped me with this. One is the book Essentialism. I think it's by Mckeown. And it's basically about just focusing on what is essential, clearing the noise. Another book, actually it's also a documentary called Minimalism on Netflix. There's actually 2 of them. There's Less Is Now, which is the new one, and there's the original one from 2016, the documentary. There were tools in there that I use till this day that really helped me center and not be overwhelmed. Now, Essentialism and Minimalism have a lot in common. There's some things that are different, but one of the main takeaways from both is to focus on only that which is important and get rid of the rest of the noise and make room for the things that you love in life. And what this really taught me to do is, number one, say no to things. I remember saying yes. I was a yes man. My friend would say, hey, can you help me move next week? And I'd say yes. And then all week I would be dreading like the weekend to come, like, oh my God, why'd I say yes? Now I gotta help him move. And I'd be dreading it. I felt overwhelmed. I was mastering the art of the quick yes, but I couldn't say no. And I reversed that. I made no my default answer. I'm like, no, unfortunately, I won't be able to help you that day. And the weight that's gone off my shoulders just from learning to say no, oh my God, like life changing. And then just centering and focusing on one thing and being mindful of that one thing. Like if I'm washing dishes, I'm just washing dishes. Maybe I'm listening to a podcast, cool, but I'm not trying to deal with something else. I'm not on the phone with a telecom company. I'm just focusing on that one thing. I'm not compounding things that are going to put my body and my mind into distress. And if you have family members and friends that are stressing you out or making you feel overwhelmed, talk to them about it. And if you feel like you can't talk to them about it, distance yourself a bit. I know that sounds kind of cold, but look, this is your life story. You're the main character. Even when you're on an airplane, mothers with children, what does the flight attendant say to them? She says, in the event that the plane goes down, put the mask on yourself, the oxygen mask on yourself before your child. Why? Because if you can't help yourself, you can't take care of yourself, you can't take care of anybody else. You guys gotta look after yourself. Jordan Peterson says in the book 12 Rules for Life, treat yourself as if you're someone you're responsible for taking care of. And guys, you are the person responsible for taking care of. You gotta help yourself before you can help anybody else. All right, so maybe check out the book Essentialism. I'd highly recommend it. Check out the documentary Minimalism. These 2 guys, the Minimalists, Ryan Nicodemus, and I always forget the other guy's name, Joshua Fields Milburn. Check out their books. Like Minimalism and Essentialism, like you don't think minimalism is white walls, blank spaces, and owning 30 things. It's not that. Look into it. It will really help you guys, okay? So keep yourself from being overwhelmed, and that's gonna help with your brain fog. Immediately. You'll see results in the next couple days. Just focus on the task at hand, write things down. All right, guys? Thank you for tuning into my channel. Like and subscribe to this video. I love you guys. Until the next one. Peace.